Good afternoon, crap to cream. So I'm continuing on now with this 45 DCOE install on my MGB. As you'll see, the top is off the carburetor right now, and the reason for that, so I've got the jets, the primaries arrived, the mains are done, so they're all in now and ready to go. So I just wanted to get the float height sorted out, and then maybe after a bit of assistance here. So mine has got the brass floats that look like the plastic ones. So this is a relatively new carburetor, so it arrived with brass floats similar to the, so they're not the circular ones obviously, which are the brass, which are the earlier ones. So these are the late ones. Now I've checked in the Weber manuals and these are meant to weigh 26 grams. These actually weigh 20 grams. So I'm going to set it up as per the book, and that says I need a 12mm, 12.5 millimeter gap between there and there. So I've got a drill, I've got the gasket, and I've put it like that, and I've set it up so it's all, and I've checked it on both sides. So they're both right to 12mm. So now there's varying numbers, right? They vary from 8.5 millimeters to 12 millimeters to 12.5 millimeters. So as that's the float height, so they say to mark the center of this and then between here and here, which is what I've done. So I will now put this back together again and see how it runs. I'm not exactly sure, because I've ordered some plastic floats, but they say the plastic floats won't replace the brass floats, but the brass floats were circular, whereas those floats I've just shown you are the same shape as the plastic floats. So I've ordered some, and I'm hoping that they're genuine Weber ones, and they'll be hopefully 26 grams, and I can set them up the same. But I still want to know, because it seems to vary between 6.5 millimeters to 8.5 millimeters to 12 millimeters, and I'm not sure. I've checked with other websites. So there's a guy called D3 Shooter, and I've checked his site, and I've set it up a bit more than his because this is what's in the manual. So I'm just trying to, I don't know, anyway, I'll put it together and then we'll go for a start and see what it sounds like. Carburetor has been reassembled now, and that's what it looks like. I can leave the top off. I can leave this top off to test run it. So yeah, everything's connected now. Choke, accelerator, fuel, pipes, everything's all connected. So I'll give it a bit of a whirl and see what happens. So just give me a minute while I turn the engine on and prime the fuel pump, and then we'll see what happens. And hopefully it goes. we've got a woohoo on that one. So that sounds awesome. Idle needs to be adjusted, obviously, and needs to take it up for a run to get it up to temperature. But that sounded sweet. Wow. And it's very responsive. So, yeah, wow. That sounded really good, actually. Very impressed. So I'll tickle around with the, yeah, I'll mess around with the idle adjustments, which is down here somewhere. There, I'll give that a bit of a tweak. Get that up and running, and then I'll just check things over. But that sounded awesome. All right, so we'll leave it at that. I think, yeah, I think that's about all I've got. I can't think of anything to say right now. A bit speechless. That just worked. All right, very responsive. I was quite impressed with that. A lot more responsive than it was with the 3236 on there, but that could have been to do with the choke being on and the mixture being wrong. But wow, that was pretty darn impressive. Anyway, if I do post this just for this, then thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching, and yeah, if you've got any information on that float height and what it should be, or if you know what is right for the Weber 45 DCOE being fitted on a standard 1800 engine, no fancy camshaft or anything, just a standard engine, then please put it in the comments and let me know, and I'll willingly take on board whatever you've got to say. So yeah, bye for now. Okay, I'm back again so soon. So if I've been playing around a little bit with bits and pieces, and I've wound up the idle a bit, and I've checked the idle mixture. I haven't put my color tune plug in yet to see what that's doing, but I'll start it up and then see if people can listen to the engine and see what they think it sounds. To me it sounds a bit rich, but there's no smoke coming out the back. I'll just put this out there so that you can just have a listen and see what you've got any ideas what it sounds like. There you go, you can hear it running now if you can hear me talking. What does that sound like? The engine is still cool, so it isn't up to temperature yet. But anyway, I'll see what you think about it. It sounds like one choke's doing more work than the other. You can hear that. But anyway, see what you think, and I'll read the comments with interest. Alright. So we'll leave it at that. I'll finally say bye for now, and I'll see what gets written in the comments. Thank you, bye for now.